Okay, moving on to the next fight, and this one comes from IronXKnight, who pits Captain America against Hawkman, aka Carter Hall. Now, let's talk a bit about Hawkman. Hawkman has been a member of the JSA and the JLA. He is Thanagarian, but on the other hand, you know, his origin is a little messed up, so we'll just go with the whole Thanagarian thing. He is now, thanks to the being a Thanagarian, he is inherently born with, they're more evolved from birds, although, then again, DC's been very fickle on his whole species. Hawkman is, like I said, he has alien DNA that gives him enhanced superhuman, that gives him not really superhuman strength, but he's stronger than most humans. He also has a higher tolerance for pain, and he has increased stamina. Among other things, Hawkman, thanks to his wings, give him an aerial advantage over most of his opponents, and he carries of course, his best-known weapon, the Nth Metal Mace, which can actually disrupt magic. It can harm people such as it took a whack at the Spectre and it caused him a little damage. But yes, it is known to disrupt magic, so it's incredibly valuable against magic-type opponents. Among other things, Hawkman not only carries a mace, but he also has been known to carry shields, swords, axes, knives. He's also been Carter is not above using guns, but he's more of an in-your-face, up-close-and-personal kind of guy. He's more like, I'm going to get right in your face, beat the ever-loving shit out of you kind of person. Among other things, Hawkman has been a leader of the JSA. He's also led his own teams of JLA. He is a skilled hand-to-hand fighter. I mean, he's even gone hand-to-hand combat with Batman and held his own for a little while. He's even managed to train Batman in some of the Thanagarian fighting styles. Among other things, Hawkman is incredibly intelligent. He's also very intelligent. Like I said, he's been a leader of the JSA before, so he has got some major... he's got an incredibly strategic mind behind him. However, there is kind of a crippling weakness that I did talk about early in the previous fight with Big B Wolf. Carter has got some major arrogance and anger issues. He is more or less a loose cannon at some times. Even though he's very intelligent, his ego and his anger sometimes gets the best of him. He has been more than often letting his anger get the best of him in most fights, and he sometimes thinks a little too highly of himself. I remember in one fight when he took on Black Adam alone, and it didn't go so well for him, more or less. Yeah, taking on a guy who can take on the likes of the JLA, the JSA, the Teen Titans, the entire Superman family, and every other superhero you could think of in the DC universe by himself, and fighting him all by himself, that wasn't a smart idea on Carter's behalf. Excuse me. Now, the other thing is that, but make no mistake, let's get into this, but make no mistake, Carter, incredibly intelligent and just an all-around great warrior. So let's see if Captain America could hold his own against this great member of the JSA. So, Captain America versus Hawkman. This is going to be a bloody fight. Now, do I think this is going to be a kill fight? No. It's going to be one of those... I could see it more as a misunderstanding. Now, the big thing is, let's talk about this first. Could Hawkman's Nth Metal Mace penetrate Cap's shield? That's a tough question. I mean, the Cap's shield is made out of vibranium and adamantium. It's literally made out of the two toughest metals you could think of. And it has taken a punch from the Hulk. It has taken on bullets. Like I said, it never really tops a punch from the Hulk, but it's also taken a full-on hit from Thor's hammer. Now, not just in the Avengers movie, but in the comics as well. It took the brunt of Thor's hammer and kept going. So, but on the other hand, the Nth metal is made out of a completely different metal, and like I said, can disrupt magic. Now, there is no magical properties to Cap's shield, but it is. I don't know how that metal would react. I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably it could hold its own against the Nth Metal Mace. But remember, Hawkman has a whole assortment of weapons: shields, knives, blades, all kinds of different weapons at his disposal. The other thing is that Hawkman has a major advantage. He has the aerial advantage. Cap has been known, that shield can go up there, but what's to stop it from coming back? There's not a lot for it to come back down. And Carter can just swoop in and keep hitting him. Cap's got to find a way to keep Carter on the ground and make sure he stays on the ground. That's going to be the biggest issue, is that Carter is going to have to... Cap is going to have to try his damnedest to keep Carter on the ground, or he's just going to be fighting an opponent that could easily just swoop down on him and just keep wearing Cap down. But however, like I have said before, the Super Soldier Serum keeps Cap from getting tired. Excuse me. Now, that's kind of the big thing, is both of them have increased stamina and endurance. So this fight could easily go on for hours and hours. But like I said, Carter has been known to let that ego and anger get the best of him. So that might be his crippling weakness, is that his anger might prove to be the crippling point. And I brought up, anger, why do I bring up anger and emotion so much in these fights? Reason being is because when you get angry or get overexcited sometimes, you lose focus. You start to, make mistakes the more blinded you are to your anger. So that's why I bring up a character's emotions or, ego into these fights. Cap is going to keep his mind clear during this fight, whereas Carter, he could probably get Carter so riled up, he's going to get angry and make a mistake. But on the other hand, Carter's not an idiot. Carter is in no way a friggin' idiot, so he might, be able to forego his egotism and try to keep his anger in control to be like, yeah, I could easily, I see what you're doing, it ain't gonna work. So that's kind of the big thing. Both of them are battle-hardened warriors. They're both gonna look at each other like, I'm not fighting a typical person, I'm fighting a soldier. That's what I really see, is like, it's gonna be two soldiers going head-to-head. And they're going to have to be trying to outthink one another. Cap is going to have to, trying to find a way to keep Carter on the ground. And Carter is going to have to, try to find a way to keep from getting, his anger out of control and, make some mistakes. So this is a real tough one for me to call. I'm going to call this one a draw. I don't know. This is a really tough fight for me to call. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think Hawkman would win, or you guys think Captain America would win? And once again, this fight came from IronXKnight, so thank him for this fight. And once again, hope you guys enjoyed this overall, and I will see you guys later.